Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kwaku, and this is Appritic, where I treat an app like I'm an art critic and judge it by its design and just show you guys how to also use it. This app for today is, I'm sure you can tell by the title, is Amazon Music, and this is the Windows 10 version or the Windows 10 edition of Amazon Music. Let's see how it looks and how it functions, and if it's even worthwhile to look at, and if it's not too confusing. Let's take a look. Alright, so here we are with Amazon Music for Windows 10. As you know, they have it for pretty much every platform out there. But right smack in front of me here is the home page. And yeah, it's got things that are featured from stuff that I've listened to, and I'm not sure if everyone's gonna see this whole list here, but it looks like it's tailoring it to what I've listened to in the past. With having nieces, they want to listen to like music soundtracks from movie soundtracks. So Trolls is there, Andrea Bocelli, and just a whole bunch of different artists. But right off the bat, looking at this app here, it it doesn't look bad. I think the Windows Store gives it like 3 or 2 stars out of 5. I'm not sure what the comments are because I wanted to when I was trying to do this video, I didn't want to read reviews and then base all of my stuff off of reviews. I wanted to have a fresh look. So right off the bat, you're gonna see here you have the giant browse tabs, you have the giant recent, my music, and store, and then you also underneath that under the browse tab you have the sub menu here, which is home, stations, playlist, new releases, and charts. So then if I click on new releases, you see it changes and it says here that I have what I have played, and you can see that I've played the Afro Vibes playlist, and then you can see everything that I played in the past. If I hit added, I guess I added Lupe Fiasco in 2015 to my thing, and I started way back as far as 2011 with Mariah Carey, which is pretty cool. And then you can see purchased. I purchased this album. I don't remember purchasing this album on Amazon Music. I know I purchased a CD. Maybe I did both. But you can see your purchase, your played, your added. Then next tab, you have your music store, which gives you your artist, albums, songs, and playlists. And this is for what you own or what you have downloaded. And in my case, I have downloaded these right here, and so that's why it's there. Basically, what I just read. And then under the store tab, now this is where it's kind of interesting. This is probably where the meat and potatoes of everything is. And under the stores tab, the overall app, you can listen to music. You can listen to music in the app. You don't actually have to download it or download them or purchase them. Only thing you need to have is Amazon Music subscription, which usually if you have a Prime membership like I do, you just kind of get it. But here in the store tab, it allows you to see various artists and various things. So let's say if you are a BTS fan, you can buy the song for $1, which I'm sure it's going to take you to the website to let you download, buy the song. You can play a preview of the song, and then you can also just add the song to a playlist. So if I want to add my time to the playlist, I'll show you where the playlist is in just a second. But it's pretty cool. It kind of looks like iTunes in a way. It kind of reminds me of iTunes, but I like this nice, big, colorful look. It really brings attention to the eye when you're looking around, like you don't know what to do, and all of a sudden you see like I want genres. Where's genres? And then you see rap, hip hop, pop, music. It just in the picture choices they chose for this, just it feels good and like they knew what they were doing with designing this application. I haven't ran into any bugs yet, but that can happen anytime. And then here you have the albums recommended for you. So this is based on what I've listened to. It kind of just says, hey, we think you should listen to these people, and obviously I'm not gonna listen to like 90% of these people other than this and probably like this one here, the Dreamville one. And then they tell you the best-selling songs. Obviously in 2020, K-pop is really rising to the top, so you're gonna always see this K-pop stuff probably in the top. And then you got The Weeknd and a whole bunch of other people. But these are the best-selling songs on Amazon Music currently, with One Republic at the bottom. And then you have best-selling albums underneath that, which you scroll down a little bit more. You notice that there's also, this part is changing too. And also, so you have up and down scrolling, and then you have tabs or swiping. If you have a touchscreen device, you can swipe, or you can just use this bar right here to easily see which side you need to drag to. So it's pretty smooth. It's pretty straightforward. before I go to the browse tab again, let me show you how it looks when you're playing music. So here, down here, this is kind of where you manage all of the what's currently playing. So you can see right now I'm playing "Going Out of My Way" by MO and Mr. Easy under the Afro Vibes playlist. So you can see it's highlighted. That means that if I click on it, it takes me straight to the Afro Vibes playlist, which tells you everything. But I'll get that in a second. You can see the artists, which you click on it. It takes you to the artist, MO. Let me close out of this. And that brings the artist page. And then you see when you hover over the Amazon Music logo, it opens up these things like the play queue. You can see what's going to play in what order. You can see what you want to remove from your music. You can shuffle. You can repeat. You can do a bunch. You can up the volume, and then you can hit this to add a little bit more, have a little bit more settings, and see what you can do, such as like buy a song, download, playlist, just playlist management and music management items. And then over here, basically, it shrinks it to the mini player. So if I click it, you see it shrunk to the mini player, and it's just something simple. So you could just kind of keep it out of the way, just keep it over there while you're doing the rest of your stuff. And then if you click the open button again, it goes full. And then here, this is where I was looking when I first opened this. I was like, man, how do you pause and play stuff without having like a keyboard that has it? You have it right here. You do have the plain pause. It's kind of over the album logo. One thing I gotta push back on Amazon Music. I like the creative way they took for this application, but the only problem I have with it is if your album art is white or anything close to white, I understand there's a shadow underneath this underneath this arrow here, the play button. But like even this album art, it's kind of hard to see where you play and pause. So I wish they had like moved it somewhere else, or just maybe when you're about to when you hover over this area, maybe instead of making the album art grow bigger, maybe they should just darken this area and just show the bright forward button, the bright arrow cursor, the play button. That way you can see it, and it just darkens the album art. And then when you pull away, they should make it back to normal. But it shouldn't just make this album art bigger. It's kind of pointless. Other than that, you also have this up arrow here, and what this does is it just brings the album art to full screen. So let's say you connected your monitor or computer to your TV or something big like a projector or something. You just want the album art to pop. You're having an event somewhere. You don't care about what else is going on your computer. You can have this thing pop full screen. Obviously, the only other way that you can get rid of this taskbar down here for Windows 10 is if you just choose to hide it, and then it shows it like truly full screen. But this will always be not a full circle. It'll always be just pushed to the bottom. So that's that for that part. So let me go back to browse now. So now the browse area is, let me go back home. There you go. So the browse area, it's different from the store area. It just shows you more things to browse, like almost like Spotify's home, where it kind of tells you like, oh, here are some playlist styles that you can do, and they have that kind of thing. I think personally they should get rid of the browse area or the store area. They need to pick which one they want to get rid of, because it's kind of redundant now. That goes for all music services, because this area here, it gives you what's current and what's up now. You can click on rock and you can see rock things that have come out. So you can see here when it loads, there we go, you can see like latest rock albums that are coming out, Bob Dylan and things like that. And then you can go back home for the browse tab. But like the browse tab, I guess it's just showing you what's most related to your account. And it's an all right idea. I understand it, but it kind of gets confusing when you're just trying to, all you want to do is you want to look for where your music is, and or you want to shop for more music or play more music. So what they should do is simply just have like my music, recents, and store. Get rid of all of this, and then maybe under store you can have your stations and things like that, because you see browse has stations and playlists. Playlist also, it kind of browses the entire Amazon Music culture's playlists. It's kind of annoying. I personally think that I don't know. It's a big application. It's a loaded application, but I think it's too confusing for the average person to download and try to use. But you can see here, these are the stations here. So you can choose top country, and it'll play like top country. It's kind of like a playlist still. It's not really a station. because when I think of station, I think internet radio, and so it's just gonna keep playing music endlessly. But I'm pretty sure this is not gonna keep playing music endlessly. It's gonna stop eventually. And then you got your playlists all under the browse tab. You got your playlists, which is just a bunch of curated playlists from various people. Then you can also drop down and see various types of playlists. And then you have the new releases here, which lets you see the new releases right here. So another annoying thing. So we have new releases here under browse, right? And then we go to the store, and then we got new releases here. These are completely different from from this one's new releases. These are different. See, Leader of the Delinquents from Kid Cudi. It's a newly released song. That means it should be in the store area, right? But when you see it here, we don't see that Kid Cudi thing. We don't see Selena Gomez here either, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Well, no, we see Selena Gomez there. Do we see Kid Cudi? Any Kid Cudi? I don't see him. So it doesn't make sense. I guess these are like new releases by popularity, or I'm not sure what these numbers mean, and it's kind of confusing having two new release areas. Obviously, you can sort it by genre, but it's confusing having two separate tabs for that. We got charts, and you can see the charts. You can see what top songs are topping the charts. Another thing that I'm saying here is I saw that BTS song. What is it? My Time, I think is what it was. We see it here. We don't see it under top songs here at all, right? But then when we go to store, and then we go to store home, you go to best selling songs, and it's here. So what is in my question, and I would love someone to answer to me, what is the difference between best selling and top? Is top like of the month and best selling is of all time, or what is the difference? Because they have two different areas that are really confusing, and they just don't make sense. The next one here, we got recents. I'm going to try to run through this a little bit more because this is a big application. We got recents, so you can see your recently played, and you just kind of check off. And you check it off, it adds it to My Music, which will be in the next tab. So let's say I want to add Away by Oxlade. Where is it? There it is. If I want to add Away, I can do that, and there we go. It's there now. So then I can do that. Or let's say I just want to put Going Out of My Way into a playlist of some sort. You can create a new playlist. Let's call it Meh. There we go. And then let's see if I can drag it in. Yep, I can drag it into the Meh playlist, and then you can see that Meh is there. So it's cool. It's simple enough, I guess. But like, my idea is, if I'm an average person, an average Joe, not a tech savvy person that's watching this video, if I'm an average person, that way, if I assume that I can drag something and I drag it here, I assume that it's just going to do something immediately. Obviously it says My Playlist, but you think it's going to do something, and it doesn't do anything. You actually have to hit Create New Playlist and then drag it to the playlist before it'll add it. I think they should fix it and just make it so that way, even if there's nothing in there, or if you don't directly drag into here, they should just let you drag here, and then it'll say, create a new playlist. That's what they should do. Or they should say, what playlist do you want to add it to? That's what they should say. They shouldn't just cross it out because it's confusing. And then you got the added under recents, so you can see what I've added. You saw the Oxlade thing when I added it. And then let's see purchased. So then we have purchased. Obviously, it's pretty much all from one album, because I don't use this at all. I really just use Spotify mainly. But yeah, that's the recents tab. And let's go next. So then next we see here the My Music tab. So My Music, again, is similar to all the other ones. You can see that I added MO, and you see that there's like a little line under the name like that. So you can see MO, Megan Trainor, you can see Oxlade, Pro Sound Karaoke Band, BTS, Lupe Fiasco. You can see the tabs here. You can filter the tabs by what genre it is, or you can click that and you can filter it even more, or you can rather like collapse things. See, this is also confusing. You can collapse things, or you can go to purchased versus downloaded, or all artists, and then let's say all music, because nothing is offline. Let's say because I purchased his stuff, right? Let's say I want to click on his artist. You can see this album is clean, and it's just the artwork and everything is good. I want to hit download. So now it'll allow it for offline. So you can see it for downloads. You can see it under downloads. You can now do it offline. That means when you go to My Music and you go to download it, he is there. And it's again, it's weird because when I hit download on this album right here, or when on this video here, not video, when on this song here, it jumped me back to recents and to downloads. It jumped me out of the tab altogether. I think it should have just jumped me to the downloaded area right there instead of doing all this extra stuff, because again, it is confusing. So I understand some of the like the gripes. It's kind of confusing for the average person, but I mean, it is a decently nice looking application. I know they don't really care about this app. It definitely doesn't look like it at all. Albums and then songs, and yeah, so that's playlists and My Music. So then to the store, we just started with there in the very beginning. The store, again, there's too many doubles, in terms of what things do. Like you have new releases here, and then you go here, and then you have new releases here. Some of the songs don't even line up for what the new releases things are. You have by genre, all genre. It's just a mess, and it's pretty bad. And you can see obviously new albums and things like that. And you got bestsellers here. Now you have it there. So it's just a mess. It's a pretty hot mess. But moving on to the right side of this screen here, the top right, you have my name here, which is just your account. You see your account preferences. You have your more, get our mobile app. You can switch to the mini player, which I showed you guys, and then you have your account settings, and then you can search. So one of the cool things about this application though is that as soon as you start typing, it really starts searching. So I can be like Lala, and you can see it just starts searching for Lala. You don't have to click on it. You don't have to do anything. You just start typing and it'll just bring up the search, which is exactly how it should be. Very simple for anybody. If they're just thinking of, if you have dementia or anything, you're just like, I like Al Green. You can just search for Al Green, type it in, search suggestions right there. Boom. And then it brings up Al Green, and you can pick all the Al Green songs. You can sort your search by My Music and then Amazon Unlimited, which again, between Unlimited and Store, it's too much. They need to do something about it, but I guess it is what it is. I guess Unlimited is like their streaming music part, and then their store is like if you want to keep it forever. So they have both things chunked into one application. But yeah, so far, Amazon Music, yay or nay? Amazon Music is it's a yay. It does its job. Obviously, I try not to look at the reviews of it and try to make my own judgment. It looks nice. I know it definitely could be updated for more fluent design looks. It could be modified and things like that. But I think that if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, which most of us do, and you're looking for an alternative to Spotify and Apple Music, I'd say go ahead and take a look. You're already paying for Amazon Prime. You might as well just use Amazon Music as well, or try it out at least. But yeah, so if you have any questions about this application, let me know in the comment section below, or you can email me at nextgenwindows@gmail.com. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. My name is Kwaku. Take care.